glassing for about 5 minutes, and I found a buck.
It's November the 4th and it's 71 degrees, an hour and a half before daylight. All hope has been lost for whitetail deer hunting. We've decided that the whitetails haven't moved in 4 days. I'm kidding. Not all hope is lost. It is not ideal conditions. You know, that's the thing about hunting long blocks of time. Like if I was home and hunting the rut, you know, it is November the 4th, so you'd probably go hunting, but you'd pick and choose your days a little bit better. But when you just got a block of time, you just got to go. Get my snake boots. Across.
Morning number 4. Really morning number 2 for me since I didn't hunt the last 2 mornings, but here in Ohio. And I've never hunted this particular piece ever before. I just picked up access to it this season, like in the season, just about 3.5 weeks ago. So I got to come down one day, do a quick speed scout, and that's it. So these next 4 days are very much going to be kind of observe, adjust, and try to figure it out as I go. But when I did some scouting, I did find some good bedding along the edge of the property I have access to in the neighbor. So I tried to set it today downwind of that bedding. Excited to see what might roll through and learn as we go.
I think I got a little break for maybe 30 minutes to an hour until the next cell comes, so it's just really first light right now. It's like 7:30, so I'm gonna at least give it that hour and just be mindful of taking a really good shot this morning because there's a lot of rain coming, so much that it's gonna completely wipe out any kind of blood trail. So if I shoot one, I need to watch him tip over.
Tony is sitting the morning out because of a thunderstorm. That's the real reason that he's sitting out. And he's not near as good a hunter as I've let on. I'm kidding, he is.
It's a late start for me. Got here to Wisconsin last night, I don't know, 11:30, something like that. It was a late night. And the forecast today is just scattered thunderstorms, rain all day, heavy rain. And so woke up this morning, pouring rain. Little bit of thunder and lightning, but not as much as it was supposed to be. I've kind of been killing time because I got to go sit, I'm going to go sit a redneck blind, one of these box blinds, because with all the camera gear and stuff, if it's heavy pouring rain, it's supposed to be 2 inches of rain today. So it's no bueno for camera gear, but it's driving me crazy because it's like unbelievable rut weather right now. Cool, cloudy, a little bit of rain, and I know those bucks are probably running all over, and I'm going to sit a box blind, but I think I'm gonna put a decoy out just because I know a buck's probably gonna lay eyes on it, and I just wanna see. if it'll work just in this weather and everything. So that's the plan. Sounds like Janis sitting under an umbrella. I don't know what Clay's got going on. Spencer's eating gumbo and petting cats. I think Mark's in Ohio in a tree finally. I think they made that long drive. So I don't know. The one thing I do know is I'm gonna probably see more deer here than I have been on that public land in Minnesota, and I'm excited for that.
Right now, it's totally changed. Sort of like what senses I can rely on. Where before, I could be down there on my phone, texting the boys, and just rely on my ears to tell me if a deer's coming. Not anymore. It's all eyesight. You just gotta have your eyes up all the time. Hopefully catch them before they catch you. Tony, he's probably, I don't know, 3-4 hours west of me. And he's already in the thunder showers, even before light.
Just got set up in this big old box blind here. And I know it's a dumb thing to complain about, but God, I just do not like hunting out of these things. I feel so disconnected. I hate to say this, but I kind of feel like I'm due a slow streak here. You know, the rut, as I've said already, is never just banging action nonstop. It's usually a whole lot of slow periods and a few great moments. I've already had such great activity early in my hunt. I just kind of feel like I'm probably due a few doozies. Take that on top of the fact that we've got the really warm weather. It's going to be like 75 degrees again today. And I'm hunting this new property that I just don't know much about, other than it's probably lower deer densities.
This is day 4. I am in Wyoming, camp is set up, and I am hunting my Plan B spot. Plan A got snowed on yesterday. Today it's supposed to be 70 there. Tomorrow and the next day it's supposed to rain. It's gonna make traveling a lot of those back roads to get to the spots where I wanted to hunt damn near impossible. So I'm at Plan B, and what's different about Plan B is this is going to be a lot of muleys, like almost exclusively muleys. Now I know there's whitetails around, because I've seen them hit on the road. I talked to a rancher who said the whitetail population is up, but my tag is good for either one. So we're gonna see a lot of muleys tonight in these next couple days. Probably gonna see a couple whitetails, and if the right buck shows up tonight, I'm gonna try to kill him.
It's 9 a.m. I sat through pretty rough, pretty steady, a lot of moisture storm from basically daylight till now. Judging by the radar, it looks like I've got maybe an hour of, almost no rain at all. And then there's a really big cell coming. So my plan is to sit tight for 30, 45 minutes and then break the tree, set up down, and start walking back towards camp before the big stuff hits. And then I'm gonna dry out, and probably put on some different clothes, and then head into a blind that we already have set up here.
It's midday and pulled on my set, left that spot, and now I've got 2
well, 3 cameras on this property that I've not been able to check yet. 1 cell camera that just hasn't been sending me pictures, and 2 regular cameras. So I want to yank those, take a look at the pictures, and see what's been going on out here, because the 1 camera that is sending me pictures has not been giving me a whole lot. Nothing's checking the mock scrape I've made in that corner. So I just need a better pulse on what's happening. So that's the plan.
All right. I'm checking in. I'm only checking in because I'm bored to tears. I've only been here an hour, and I've already thought of at least 10 reasons that I shouldn't be sitting in this blind. I'm not confident in the spot. I'm not confident in the wind. I'm not confident that if a buck did show up, that it wouldn't see me in here. Or probably see me when it got to like 50 yards, be just out of range.
Well, that was a good start anyway. That turkey's in here a couple times, and then just looked up and there was a doe with 2 fawns cutting across the food plot, went down into this bedding area. Acted like they got pushed out. So I'm guessing they were bedded over there. And a buck came through and started pushing some deer around, and this doe with 2 fawns just noped right on out. Because they didn't come in here to feed, they came in through here just to get away. So it's not even, it's like 12:30. So I'll take that. I sat, on it all day the last 2 days and didn't see 3 deer in either day. So it's a good sign. It was nice to see some deer. She didn't look up here either, which is really nice. So I'm guessing those deer are going to go in here in bed, and we're going to see them in a couple hours come back out here to eat. But I'm hoping her boyfriend comes out here.
It's a little after 11 o'clock. Came in here blind, never been here before, just looked at the topo of this property. A little draw right here, relatively flat. Hadn't seen a single deer. This is some of the worst deer hunting I've ever been a part of. We have just sat and sat and sat and sat and just not seen deer. So I don't know what to say about it. I just saw a buck track right there, and I thought it was over our boot. And I was like, man, that's a fresh track. And it looked super fresh. And there was a buck right there.
So this is what I'm going to be hunting for the next few days. It may not look like much, but these little gullies are deep enough to be hiding some muleys. I'm sure they're bedded in there right now, sitting in the shade. One of the limiting factors I was really worried about was water. This area had pretty severe drought over the last few months. And I could see on Onyx that there was a pond in here, and I was worried that it was just going to be a mud pit. But there's plenty of water in there, and that'll support some deer. So, feeling good about this. I think we're going to see something. For now, tonight, I'm just going to try to get to the highest spot I can.
I'm scouting this new property
Man, we just didn't have time to come in here on a good day. And so I came in here on a bad day. This is the front we've been waiting for. Unfortunately, it's not going to drop the temperature much at all, which is odd. But we're in a little thunderstorm here, and I'm walking a new property. What the heck? It's raining. Oh man, it's made a big loop through there, and it's a beautiful property. A bunch of creek bottoms and little ridges. Found a little bit of buck sign, jumped some deer, found some pinch points along a creek and some ridges. So it's just big, and there's a lot of country in there.
And it is just pouring. And it has been pouring for hours now. Had doe and two fawns go through earlier, a bunch of turkeys, and then a lone fawn back here in the corn for a little while. Popped out of the same valley as those doe and two fawns ran out of, so I wonder if there's somebody chasing down in there. It's got them pushed around a little bit, but these are bad conditions. I love hunting deer in the rain, like a light rain. Oh man, but this is heavy enough where it's not great. And I still thought there'd be a bunch of deer out here feeding by now, and it is just dead. So I kind of think it's either going to stay that way or it's going to get to like 5 o'clock and they're just going to pour in here. I don't know, but it makes me, I was complaining about sitting in these box blinds when I got in here because I don't like hunting out of them. And I'm eating a little crow now because I feel pretty good not being out there or not being like Janis. I think he's out still hunting right now in the woods, and I think somebody needs to tell him he's not in Montana.
On to some of today's prompted talking points. One is, if I had to pick somebody in this group to hunt, because man is the toughest game out there, who would be my strongest adversary? And honestly, I think I'd have to pick Newcomb, because he's a little, probably the most like me, as in he's the most versatile and sort of broad-skilled, I would say.
I assume the question means who would be the hardest to hunt, like to find. I also assume that, yeah, we're not wanting to inflict bodily harm on this person. Because my answer would be different if that was the case.
If you're like a bow hunter at heart, like if you're like, I don't care to pick up a gun to hunt big game, I think you just figure out how to move and how to set up and how to be close without getting detected more than somebody who might be like more of a rifle hunter or more like, and I'm not knocking that, I think you learn to be like, you learn to ambush well when you know every animal you're going to shoot is going to be within 30 yards or whatever. So I'd probably say Mark, even though he wouldn't have a chance against me. I'd kill him so fast, and then I would scalp his little mustache off, hang it around my neck on a necklace. Then I'd go kill the other guys.
It would be easy to hunt Tony or Clay or Janis. They're predictable. I know what they're gonna do. Tony's a great deer hunter, got a good head on his shoulders. Clay, he's a throwback. He's got certain traditional things he's gonna stick with. Janis, he just does whatever he heard in the podcast. But Spencer's a really odd duck. He's unpredictable. And an unpredictable deer or person is hard to hunt. So Spencer would be the toughest one to close the distance on. Unless he's near his hot tub. In that case, I do know where he'll be.
The rest of them, I would just chase them down.
Just run them down. No problem. I'd probably run Clay down too, but he might have a trick. He might have an ancient man trick up his sleeve.
Or a mule.
Or a mule.
The sun just set, so we have 30 minutes of shooting light left. It's been a fun night so far, just watching the wildlife. We've seen a coyote, a badger, 3 antelope, I think 6 muleys. One of those muleys is a big buck, a real good buck. But nothing close, so stay here for the rest, next 30 minutes. Just keep glassing. For the morning, I think I'll position myself more central in this public to try to get a better look up into all these little coulees. Because even though I'm not seeing it right now, I'm certain there's some muleys that are hiding out in these low spots. So I'll be back here before first light, ready for 'em. Just about wrapped up here on day 4. I used to have some whitetail mojo in my life, and right now I got nothing. I thought this would be like an easy sit and see a bunch of deer. I didn't think I'd kill one. But man, I can barely get a deer in front of me. All I saw tonight was fawns and one doe. Tough. And then this weather's gonna keep up through tomorrow, which is going to make it really tough in the morning. Another long sit, one of these box blinds with rain all day. This is the rut. It can be so tough.
It's so easy to kind of lose confidence when it's so hot like this and when there's no deer in camera. But I just got another great reminder of how quick things can change. A buddy of mine that's hunting nearby just got a trail camera picture of a monster buck following a doe right now, hour and 20 minutes before dark. You just need one hot doe and buck your dreams could come strong through, even on a day like this. So I gotta stay positive, stay confident, because it could happen still. I know they're in the area. And that's the magic of the rut. It's always, always a possibility.
When stuff like this happens, you always fantasize about this great weather, and it often doesn't get delivered to you that way. It's something totally different. It's got to get through this rainy morning tomorrow, and then I think there's going to be a little window of good rut activity, and I am really looking forward to that.